All right, you guys, we're coming back with the final one. Now, I want to make this message known since I already done completed 2 messages for this page. Just in case I go over, you will find this third message on Instagram. Okay, so if you don't see me coming back and finishing it, it will be on. I should have made this announcement on the last video. So it may get cut short then. If it get cut short when I download it, you can find the full video on Instagram. All right. All right. So we're gonna go with the Y deck this time. I got names for almost all my deck, you guys. So all right, Spirit, we're going to come back with this one. And we're going to use some one-worders to get the answers to these. So I'm not doing any tarot with this message, okay? Might be a good thing I'm not doing any tarot with this message because I wasn't expecting this many to come out. So we're just going to go utilize the one-worders to come with the answers, okay? All right? So that's how we're going to do this. I don't have them in no particular order. We're just going to lay them out, and we're going to read them accordingly, and we're going to follow up with Spirit to get us an additional clarifier, okay? That's how we're going to do these. That's how we're going to do these here. So we do have quite a few. So, like I said, if I go overtime, you can find the remainder of the video over on Instagram. All right, Spirit. So, starting out, this may even be a question you may be asking, okay, or have asked. We have an answer for you, okay? All right. Now, I never did have done a reversal, okay? So I'm saying to leave it in the reverse, and we're gonna see what the clarifiers say, okay? But I never had a reversal, so I think that's the first time ever since I had this deck, I ever seen a card come out in the reverse. All right. So let's see here real quick. Give me a second. Yeah, look like the whole deck is in the upright. So it's a reason, and I'm going to leave it in the reverse, okay? All right. First card we got, it reads, because you're being guided towards something brighter, okay? So something could have changed in somebody's life because they are being guided towards something brighter, okay? All right? So if you've been questioning certain things, okay, maybe because Spirit is really trying to guide you to something brighter, something better. All right? So we're going to clarify as we go. That's how we're going to do this. So tell us more, because you are being guided towards something brighter. And it says balance. All right? So Spirit may either want you to be more balanced, or you are balanced. You are balanced. You're in alignment with the universe, okay? It says sunset doesn't choose day or night. It embraces both, okay? And that's cool, because y'all, what have we talked about in the past reading or two? We talked about the moon, that's night. We talked about the sun, that's day. You see how Spirit is, and then you got the word what? Brighter. Okay, both of them have some brightness to them, the moon and the sun. Okay, so I feel somebody is balanced. Somebody is in alignment. Okay, they're balanced. Okay, and you're gonna be you're being guided to towards something brighter because you're balanced. Okay, and then it says to teach you to surrender control. So something is being done also to teach someone to surrender control. Okay, and did we not just have that when that Four of Pentacles came out there, right? Because we had two good cards, and then there go that Four of Pentacles that talks about that control. Okay, and this is a definitely yes. All right, so somebody, the spirit is doing something in somebody's life as well to teach them to surrender control. It says, clear skies, guide, strive, fearless. Clear skies, guide, stride, fearless. And it's a definitely yes. All right. And then we got, because you're overthinking it. Okay. Something is also changing because somebody is overthinking it. Okay. Tell me more. And here we have yes. Yes. It says the universe clicks into gear. Trust and advance. All right. And did I not say somebody is in alignment, right? Somebody is in alignment. They're in balance. Okay. And then it says because you're overthinking it. Yes. Okay. The universe clicks into gear. So somebody needs to kind of get out of their own head, maybe me too, and allow the universe to take its course. All right. That's really what I'm feeling there. All right. Now, the card that come in the reverse, it says, because you're meant to lead. So if it's coming in the verse, somebody is not meant to lead. All right. So that's what that card is telling me. Somebody is not meant to lead. All right. And then it says to live in the present. All right. So somebody live in the present. Maybe they are not showing themselves to be a leader or something like that. It says, now is the only moment that exists. Embrace it. So embrace the now. Maybe somebody just wanted too much control. We already see a yes. All right. They didn't want to just kind of relax and allow things to take its course. All right. Live in the present. Okay. Uh, Somebody wasn't meant to lead. Okay. Maybe they weren't looking for further into the future. Maybe they was just they lived in the present, kind of took things day by day, right? But anytime you know you're taking a leadership or in a leadership position, you have to look beyond the now, right? Okay, just in case, especially if you're working on projects, right? Or you're doing some type of, or you trying to master some goals, okay? All right, because we already see what you're being guided towards something brighter. Okay, so you kind of have to kind of think ahead of time on certain things. You can't just being living in the present, and then when something pop up, you trying to come up with some type of plan. The plan of action should already be in place, right? Okay. And then we have here, because there's wisdom you haven't found yet. So it's some wisdom that haven't even been found yet, okay? Meaning we learn every day, right? But are we accepted and open to the learning, okay? Because as the second word says here, what? To teach you to what? Surrender control. All right? That right there lines in the where? Because their wisdom you haven't found yet. Somebody haven't found the wisdom when it comes to surrender control. Okay? Tell me more about this. Okay. We have here reassess. Okay? Reassess. All right? And that lines up very good with that. It says even stars recalibrate. It says don't fear recalibrating. Don't fear it. Okay? Don't fear recalibrating. Okay? Because a lot of time we have to just know that we're not the head of, we're not in control. Thank you, Spirit. We're not in control. All right, we're just the vessel. But while our spirit is using us as the vessel, we still have to put in the footwork, okay, while we're here on this realm, right? But when it all said and done, we're not in control, okay? But a lot of people like to feel like it all coming from the humans, but it's not. Okay, it's coming from spirit, and that's the problem. People leave spirit out of things when spirit was here even before the creation was here. Spirit was here already here before the stars was here, the moon was here, the sun. Spirit was here first. Okay, and people are leaving spirit out when you can't leave spirit out. That's what we usually be. That's what we be talking about when we say talking about the universe. All right, we're talking about spirit because spirit was here first. Okay, all right. Now, in it says to help you find your inner strength. All right. So somebody could be coming in or somebody came in to help you with your inner strength. All right. And we got on the horizon. So it's on the horizon. Again, this card here also can line in with what? Spirit. Okay. And it says light nears, hold for its glow. Okay. Light nears, hold for its glow. Okay? So that's just telling you, all right? Allow spirit to help you find your what? Inner strength. All right? When it comes to things like that, sometimes we have to move out of our own way. Do you hear me? All right? That's the time when we may be placed in a position where we might have to go sit down somewhere. All right? We just have to just, like they say in the churches, you have to put it in the, well, I don't say God, but you have to put it in the Most High hand, all right, and allow Him to take control, okay? You have to put certain things in spirit hand and allow spirit to take control, okay? Because see, spirit knowing that they had a destined time, all right, that they had things that they was gonna be able to do at a appointed time, all right. But the thing about it, it seemed like they forgot that part of the agenda, okay. They forgot that part of the plan, okay. They thought that plan wasn't never gonna come into reality until it hit real hard, okay? Because spirit had a destined time. It's written in the Bible. If y'all go and look into it, that's all it's saying, okay? Spirit had an appointed time, okay? Because spirit ain't been in the land like it's supposed to been in the land. When I say land, I'm talking about this United States. I'm talking about this world. Spirit haven't been here like it was supposed to been here, all right? Okay. Now, we got here because it's time to trust the unknown. Look at that. Because see, a spirit is unknown to a lot of people. A lot of people like to look at spirit as being wicked. A lot of people like to look at spirit as being evil. A lot of people like to look at spirit as something that's going to come and hunt them. Okay, no, it's not. There's light spirit. There's dark spirit. Okay. But spirit had a distant time here. Christ is a spirit, right? Y'all God is a spirit, right? Yahshua, Christ, however you say it. But those are spirits, right? Okay. Our ancestors is what? Spirits, right? Those are also what? Unknown to us. Because a lot of us can't say, hey, oh yeah, I sat and drank a cup of coffee with Christ. Yeah, okay. You probably sat and drunk a cup of coffee with the spirit of him, but you can't say you did. It is unknown to you. Okay. It says because it's time to trust the unknown. All right. And I don't like going on to churches like I do, but churches know they really was supposed to have y'all prepared. Y'all was supposed to know about spirit. Y'all was supposed to know these things. So let's talk about it, spirit. All right. It say too late. Okay. The card say too late. It says because it's time to trust the unknown. Now it's too late. It's too late because what? It was a destined time. When I started my social media, I kept saying, y'all exceeded the time. Y'all exceeded the time. I was out like them kids usually be out on some of them shows. And you know they be on the sidewalks and they be having them newspaper and they be hollering out at the people, get your what it was a movie. It was a little boy. He was warning the people. He was telling the people something was coming. Something was coming. It's coming. It's coming. I felt like I was just pleading out, y'all. I kept telling them. They exceeded the time. They blocked my social media page so my words wouldn't get out. But see, now Spirit says it's too late. We're here. We are here. Because I don't care if he said, be ye ready. Ain't that what the words say? He said, you don't know the day, the hour that I'm coming, but I'm coming. Did he not say that in the words? But now he's saying what? It's too late. All right. It says, Miss Trains, new tracks await. Okay. Missed train, but new tracks await. Okay. 1616. I just saw it. Miss the train. It's too late. All right. And the final one, it says, to teach you how to receive. Okay? To teach you how to receive. And we got release, limiting belief. Y'all see it? To teach you guys how to receive. Receive what? A perilous spirit. Because the cards say to teach you how to receive. And then we got the clarifier says release, limiting beliefs. It says invisible chains. Or heaviest, break them. Okay? Because see, spirit is what? The invisible. Okay? Y'all see where we at? Because see, in the beginning, there were man and spirit. He said what? He said men, but every time I say this, I say men and women. Because it wasn't just about the men's. It was about his creations. That's why I feel like I've been so pushed around the way I've been pushed around, because I'm not man. I'm woman. Okay? It's a difference. But the Father said, let's make men in our image. Okay? Meaning it was the flesh and spirit. Okay? So he made some in the image of being all flesh. He made some being the image of flesh and spirit. Because that's how it was going to be intertwined into being what? Our image. But the people forgot about spirit. They didn't believe in spirit. When the fallen angels thought that since they had stole all of the spiritual gifts, okay, in the beginning, when they fell, was kicked out of the heavens, okay, when they stole out of the spiritual gifts, that's when they forgot about spirit. They think just because they stole out of the spiritual gifts, okay, spirit wasn't going to come, because they felt like they had all the control, because they had stole out of the spiritual gifts, which also had an appointed time to be introduced. But since they wanted to betray not only man, they betrayed spirit. All right. Now all of this happened during the beginning of time. But now they're starting to see that even though they stole all of the spiritual gifts, because of the image that some of us was created in, we was created in our image, spirit, human, flesh, however it went. But the point of it is, the Most High Spirit is still here, along with the ancestors. They may have stolen the gifts, but just because they have stolen the gifts don't mean that spirit cannot importate what he already dwell within us already there without the tools that they stole. Do you hear me? Okay. I hope you do. So I'm gonna go a little deeper because see, when I see the only one I really want to look at, I want to shed a little bit more light with you guys is the because it's time to trust the unknown, and then Spirit say it's too late. Okay, it says too late. It's time to trust the unknown, and it says it's too late. All right. Okay. So let's look a little deeper. So, Spirit, let's talk about the because it's time to trust the unknown. And we have a clarifier say it's too late. Is it anything more you would like to add there? Okay. Is it anything more you would like to add there? I thought I was going to be able to put this video on TikTok. Y'all, I'm going into 22 minutes. But this been a very interesting talk right here, though. It's been very interesting to me. Okay. And the way these cards came out with these answers, I'm at like right now. Because I didn't expect things to be so well presented as it has been with this. Okay. So let's talk about it. Just the only section we want to talk about. Everything else is very self-explanatory. Okay? All right. Because it's time to trust the unknown. Spirit says too late. Let's talk about it. All right? There go two of swords. All right? So somebody feeling like they stuck. Somebody feeling like now they got to make a tough decision. All right? Somebody also feeling like they unsure. They are unsure because what? They didn't want to trust something. They didn't want to trust the unknown. But now I'm picking up that mindset of like what? Somebody feeling like they stuck between a rock and a hard place. Because they know they got to do something. Okay? Because see, this is out of man's control. I'm picking that up in spirit. Man ain't got no control over this. But man know they got to do something. They can't just walk away from it. They can't just leave something hanging. Because spirit gonna make something be spoken. Tell me more. I still had a flashback to a movie I watch, y'all. I don't know if he was saying the train was coming or it was something coming. It was a little boy. But I don't know why that came back to me, but yeah. All right. And then we got the Nine of Cups. Every time I see that Nine of Cups, y'all, I really put that Nine of Cups with just that spirit. No joke. I do. Anytime I see a Nine of Cups come in my readings, a lot of people have how they read their cards. But when I see this here, Nine of Cups, that's spirit. That's spirit right there. And I really ain't got to say no more. I don't. I ain't got to put no more on it. I don't. It ain't no more to be said. That's a mic drop moment right there. Because see, y'all supposed to been prepared. You supposed to been ready. Okay. He said, you don't know the day, the hour I'm coming, but I'm coming. He said, be ye ready. That's why I feel the way I feel about that Bible. That's why I feel the way I feel about a lot of these religious leaders. Especially the ones that try to hurt me. Okay? And take from me and do me wrong. When all I was trying to do was help. But all I can say is all praises to the Most High. All right? But I'm going to leave it, you guys. I think this was well, very well presented. And I don't know who the message was for, but I take heed of every message because I don't do no messages that I feel that I myself can't learn from, gain from, or take some time to kind of meditate on. All right? I don't take any of my messages for granted. I really don't. But I think this one right here should be an eye-opener for some peoples. All right? I really do. Because Spirit had a time. And for people to leave the Most High out, it's sad. For people to overlook the ancestors, it's sad. Because a lot of us wouldn't even made it as far as we have made it if our ancestors hadn't put in the hard work for us. And for people to turn their back on them the way that they have, it hurts. It really hurts. Because they deserve a hell of a lot better of a homecoming than what the peoples in this world, I'm putting it on the world now, that the peoples in this world done given them to have a homecoming. You treated the ancestors no different than what they said in that book they treated Christ. They said Christ wasn't even welcome in his own hometown. Y'all treating the ancestors the same way when y'all know they had a destined time for a homecoming. They wasn't even welcome. Shame on y'all. Shame on y'all.